Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're journeying back in time to ancient Egypt, where an incredible new discovery is rewriting what we know about life and death along the Nile. Archaeologists have just unearthed something truly special in the western Nile Delta. And it's a double whammy, a massive industrial complex and a Roman-era cemetery, both packed with secrets waiting to be revealed. Imagine bustling workshops, skilled artisans, and the solemn rituals of laying loved ones to rest, all happening in the same area, just centuries apart. This isn't just about finding old stuff. It's about piecing together a vibrant picture of an ancient society. We're talking about the economy, the daily grind, and the deeply personal beliefs of people who lived thousands of years ago. So, grab your virtual explorer's hat because we're about to dig deep into this fascinating find and uncover the stories it has to tell. The discovery was made at a site called Qam al-Ahmar, which translates to the Red Hill, an Egyptian archaeological mission led by the Supreme Council of Antiquities was excavating the area when they stumbled upon this remarkable site. What they found was an extensive industrial complex dating back to the late period and the early Ptolemaic period. This puts it roughly between the 7th and 3rd centuries BC. Think about that for a moment. This was a time of immense change in Egypt, with Persian rule giving way to the Greek Ptolemaic dynasty, founded by one of Alexander the Great's generals. This complex gives us a direct window into the economic backbone of the region during this turbulent era. It wasn't just a small-scale operation, it was a full-blown industrial zone. The archaeologists uncovered workshops for pottery, forges for metalworking, and facilities for producing alabaster and other stone crafts. It's like finding an ancient business park. Let's start with the pottery workshops. These weren't just for making simple bowls and jars. The team found a variety of kilns and shaping wheels, indicating a sophisticated level of production. They unearthed countless pottery shards, but also some beautifully preserved vessels. These include storage jars, likely used for grain, wine, or oil, and finer tableware that would have graced the homes of the wealthy. What's really exciting is the different styles of pottery they found. Some pieces are distinctly Egyptian, following traditions that were thousands of years old. Others show clear Greek influences, a testament to the cultural fusion happening during the Ptolemaic period. This tells us that the artisans here were not only skilled, but also adaptable, catering to a diverse market of both local Egyptians and the new Greek ruling class. Each pot, each shard, tells a story of trade, cultural exchange, and daily life. Next up, the metalworking forges. This is where things get really heated, literally. The archaeologists found evidence of furnaces and crucibles used for melting and casting metals like bronze and iron. They discovered tools, slag, which is the waste product of smelting, and even some unfinished metal objects. This suggests that the workshops were producing a wide range of goods, from agricultural tools like sickles and plowshares to weapons and decorative items. The ability to work metal was a sign of a technologically advanced society, and this discovery at Qam al-Ahmar shows that this region was a significant hub of production. It wasn't just a sleepy agricultural area. It was a place of innovation and industry, contributing to the wider economy of the Ptolemaic kingdom. The smoke from these forges would have been a constant sight, a symbol of the region's productivity. Perhaps one of the most elegant discoveries within the industrial zone was the evidence of alabaster workshops. Alabaster, a beautiful translucent stone, was highly prized in ancient Egypt and was often used for creating luxury items. The team found raw blocks of alabaster, specialized carving tools, and unfinished statues and vessels. This indicates that skilled sculptors and craftsmen were at work here, transforming rough stone into works of art. These items would have been incredibly valuable, likely destined for temples, palaces, or the tombs of the elite. The presence of these workshops highlights the wealth and artistic sophistication of the area. It shows that this industrial complex wasn't just about practical goods. It was also a center for creating objects of immense beauty and cultural significance. It connects the dots between the raw materials of the earth and the high art of a civilization. But the story doesn't end there. As the team continued their excavation, they made another, completely different kind of discovery. Lying above the ruins of the industrial complex was part of a cemetery, or necropolis, from the Roman period, which began in 30 BC after the death of Cleopatra. It's a fascinating layering of history. The bustling workshops fell silent, and centuries later, the same ground became a sacred space for the dead. This Ramong necropolis offers a completely different, yet equally important, perspective on the people who lived here. The tombs are constructed from mud brick and have vaulted ceilings, a common architectural style for the period. Inside, the archaeologists found the remains of individuals laid to rest, but what truly captivated them were the burial practices. The burials revealed a stunning blend of Egyptian and Roman traditions. While the Romans had conquered Egypt, the ancient Egyptian beliefs about the afterlife were deeply ingrained and didn't just disappear. The archaeologists found that many of the deceased were buried with funerary masks made of cartonnage, a type of ancient papier mâché and decorated with gold leaf. This is a classic Egyptian practice meant to preserve the identity of the deceased for their journey into the afterlife. However, the artistic style of some of these masks and other grave goods showed distinct Roman influences. For example, the facial features might be more naturalistic, in the Roman portraiture style, rather than the idealized forms of traditional Egyptian art. This fusion is a powerful visual representation of the cultural melting pot that was Roman Egypt. It shows people holding on to their ancient traditions while adapting to the new world they lived in. One of the most poignant finds in the necropolis was a collection of terracotta statues depicting goddesses like Isis and Harpocrates, often shown as a child with his finger to his lips. These were placed in the tombs as protective figures, meant to guide and safeguard the deceased on their perilous journey through the underworld. The continued worship of these traditional Egyptian deities, even under Ramong rule, speaks volumes. It shows that for the ordinary people of the Nile Delta, their spiritual world remained profoundly Egyptian. They may have been Roman citizens, but their souls were still tied to the gods and goddesses who had watched over their ancestors for millennia. These small statues are not just artifacts. They are symbols of faith, hope, and the enduring power of belief in the face of immense political and cultural change. Furthermore, the team discovered a variety of grave goods buried with the individuals. These included lamps to light the way in the darkness of the tomb, and unguentaria, which are small ceramic or glass bottles that would have held perfumes or sacred oils. These items were essential components of the funerary ritual. They weren't just possessions. They were tools for the afterlife. The presence of these objects helps us understand the specific rituals and beliefs surrounding death and burial in this community. By studying what people chose to take with them into eternity, we get a deeply personal insight into what they valued and feared. It's a direct connection to their hopes for an eternal life, a life beyond the world of the living. So, what does this all mean when we put it together? The discovery at Kam al-Ahmar is incredibly significant because it gives us two distinct yet connected snapshots of life and death in the same location, separated by a few hundred years. First, we have the Ptolemaic industrial complex, a testament to the region's economic vitality, craftsmanship, and its role in a globalized Hellenistic world. It paints a picture of a thriving, productive community. Then, layered on top, we have the Roman necropolis, a sacred landscape that reveals the complex spiritual lives of the people who came later. It shows a community navigating a new political reality while fiercely holding on to its ancestral beliefs, creating a unique hybrid culture. This site is a microcosm of Egyptian history itself, a story of industry, invasion, and adaptation, where the old and the new are constantly blending together. The work at Kam al-Ahmar is far from over. The archaeologists believe that what they've uncovered so far is just a fraction of what the site has to offer. Future excavations could reveal more workshops, more tombs, and perhaps even residential areas, which would give us an even more complete picture of this ancient community. Each new artifact, each newly excavated structure, adds another piece to the puzzle. It's a slow, meticulous process, but it's how we bring the past back to life. These discoveries aren't just for academics. They are part of our shared human heritage. They remind us that beneath the soil of our modern world lie countless stories of people who lived, worked, loved, and dreamed, just like we do today. This find in the Nile Delta is another chapter in that amazing, ongoing story. Thanks so much for joining me on this incredible journey back in time. Discoveries like this are a powerful reminder of the rich and complex history that lies just beneath our feet. What part of this discovery did you find most fascinating? The bustling workshops or the blended burial traditions? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on the latest archaeological finds from around the world, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, keep exploring.